In late 2024, Disney's adored heroine made a comeback in her first follow-up, Moana 2. Will the popular series continue with Moana 3? Moana, a precocious citizen of the island of Motunui in ancient Polynesia, was first introduced to the world by Disney in the 2016 film of the same name. Moana embarks on a perilous ocean journey to return Te Fiti's heart to its proper owner because she is determined to eradicate the blight that is afflicting her nation. Maui, a playful demigod, joins her along the way, and she gains valuable insight about her people and herself. It should come as no surprise that the musical action comedy was a huge smash for Disney, and almost immediately there were rumors about a sequel. But it would be more than a decade before another film came out, Moana 2, which came out in late 2024. In order to bring her people who live on opposite sides of the ocean together, Moana and her friend Maui embark on yet another perilous adventure in the sequel. Even if Moana's adventures have always stood alone, there is always space for more. Disney has not yet revealed any plans for Moana 3, but it is always likely that she will make a comeback. The latest news about Moana 3. The Moana 2 directors discuss the potential threequel. Following Moana 2's phenomenal box office success, the directors of the second movie are now talking about Moana 3. In a recent interview with Comic Book Movie, Jason Hand and David Derrick Jr. were frank, and the topic of the threequel soon came up. There's an untapped potential to the idea of her being a demigod, obviously, Derrick Jr. hinted, despite the fact that no formal preparations have been made yet. And as an idea, we adore that. With a concept that excites the filmmakers, Moana 3 is becoming more and more likely. The fan response to the sequel was praised by Jason Hand, who said, "It's so exciting that there's a desire to find out more about what's going on." This basically means that Moana 3 has a clear fan base and presents Disney with another opportunity to create a huge blockbuster. Hand and Derrick Jr.'s comments. "Yeah, it's so exciting that there's a desire to find out more about what's going on. I love that. And obviously we love these characters in this world so much. We had such an incredible time making it, and to have audiences embrace the film. It's kind of unbelievable, to be honest. It sort of started when our trailer came out, and we saw the thirst for these characters. It was so great that we love the things we love so much. The audiences were feeling the same about it, so we'll see what the future brings." Yeah. And, there's an untapped potential to the idea of her being a demigod, obviously. And we love that as an idea. And you know what that means? We haven't quite got there yet, but I think it actually felt right for her character. And I think that the mid-credit scene sort of speaks to the fact that there's more to this story. Moana 3 is not confirmed yet. Disney hasn't announced plans to make the threequel. Disney hasn't released any information on Moana 3, even though the previous sequel was yet another huge financial success for the studio. However, with Disney approving numerous sequels to movies like Toy Story, Frozen, and Zootopia, to mention a few, the chance to profit from the successful property is never out of the question. This indicates that Moana 3 is still very likely, even though it might take a while for Moana and her next journey to come. With the production of the live-action Moana remake, the franchise is growing quickly. While it will be distinct from the animated flicks, it still piques curiosity in more. Disney is likely to announce not only Moana 3, but also a fourth or fifth movie if both Moana 2 and the live-action version turn out to be multi-million-dollar hits. Moana 3 cast details. Would any of the original voice cast return? The opportunity to see the iconic casts come together for a new adventure is one of the things that makes sequels to well-liked Disney films so thrilling, and the Moana series is no exception. Undoubtedly, the iconic Mo'i and Moana would have to be the main attraction of the threequel, even though it's hard to predict which members of the supporting ensemble will return for a potential Moana 3. Thus, Auliʻi Cravalho should reprise her role as Moana, while wrestler-turned-actor Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson would return to voice the macho demigod, Mo'i. If Moana 3 is produced, Disney will want to make sure the two reprise their roles, as they are willing to return for the first sequel. More than anything else, the decision to not have Cravalho reprise her part in the live-action film was made for practical reasons. The fact that The Rock was excited to play the live-action Auli'i counters that argument and implies that the Moana cast members are committed to the project. The presumptive cast of Moana 2 includes Auliʻi Cravalho as Moana and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Mo'i. Moana 3 story details: an ocean of possibilities. Both Moana and her sequel came to a fairly abrupt and satisfying conclusion, but that doesn't always mean there won't be more. Nonetheless, the title hero's infinite cosmos provides the ideal material for stories, and Moana 3 could investigate any aspect of the universe. Moana has become a legendary character in her own right after bringing her people together and winning back Te Fiti's heart. Perhaps Moana 3 is about carrying on the tradition for the next generation. The threequel might spotlight on Simea, Moana's younger sister, and examine how she lives in the shadow of her famous sister if it wanted to be ambitious. The trickster could always join forces with Simea if she ever went on her own adventures, because Maui is an ageless demigod. Any facts about the plot of Moana 3 would be entirely speculative, though, as there is currently very little information available. Nevertheless, a threequel is made much more thrilling by the limitless possibilities. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more.